Hey there guys, it's Kagetak coming at you for the finale of our comparison video to see how myself did and others. And also, I had gotten some information right after the first video, the halfway point I did, from a pretty high ranker. They obviously want to be kept anonymous, so I'm not going to say exactly how high up they are, what their name is, etc. But from what they told me, they went into this event with 3,500 energy. They cleared the first 1 to 20 missions in 4 hours. They bought all the packs. They went pretty hard. Now, I don't know how they finished out everything. So, if that person is watching, let me know how you did. I'm pretty curious, but it's interesting to see that after 50k points essentially, things kind of drop off. So that person, if they keep pushing, they're able to get a higher rank because the point spread to get more rewards with with everything, it just got harder and harder. I think I got to like maybe I think I got to like 40 something k points, somewhere around there myself at the end. I didn't push too hard. Now, with that out of the way, something I wanted to get into, and I see this a lot, and it's a really hard question to answer for people, and that is, should you do the upgrade? Every case is going to be different. Here, it's going to be 600 for me to get to Epic 3. And here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Essentially, you need to look for yourself. You need to look, let's just take like Daddy's for example. Let's go here. So, getting to Epic 3 is 85 shards. So I would go to a character you have, I'd look at where you are in the progress meter, and take a look and see how many shards would you actually get if you took this offer. In my case, it would be 85. Because some people are going to be out there like, well, we'll just do Onslaught for the character. And yeah, that is a strategy. You could do that. That's that is a pretty free and safe way to do it over time. But if you're in a situation where like 600 shards or 600 Blackstone for 85 shards, I feel like that's a pretty good deal. I feel like I'm gonna jump on it already myself because that is a good deal. But it's a cost value analysis for you. Like I have a guildie who they got close, but it was like they needed to do 1,700, and I think it was for like maybe 50 shards. So obviously, that's not as good of a deal, 1,700 shards or 1,700 Blackstones to get 50 shards or 60, somewhere around there. That's a pretty raw deal. So you have to kind of look at each of these case by case, how close you are, and the other thing you have to ask yourself is, are you able to spend on this game if you don't have the Blackstones so you can get the offer? If you can't, you're obviously going to want to maybe skip out, even if it is a lower amount, because you can't replace those Blackstones. So there's a lot of things to consider here, but in this case, 600 for that 85. Yeah, I'll do it. Done deal. Boom. I'll take it. And that's where I thought I was going to end the event at, but I didn't realize I was going to need the so close offer. And then to get to legendary, yeah. I mean, even if I got the next box at 800, which were 138 away from, that would have only put me 37, 38. Yeah, there was no way I was hitting legendary. And again, I bought one $20 pack for some Blackstones for refreshes, and I had done both $10 packs for week 1 and week 2, which, something to stress, if you do want to do the $10 pack, do not wait on those, because you do get extra energy and you kind of hurt yourself by waiting on them. So if you're going to do the $10 pack, you obviously want to do it right at the start of the week, right as it comes out. If you want to do it 1 week, cool. If you want to do it both, do it that way, because otherwise the pack diminishes in value a little bit. I know you still get those extra tokens, but you lose that little bit extra energy, which in an event where the leaderboard's tailored towards energy usage and getting points, you want every little bit you can get your hands on. So yeah, that's just something to throw out there, something for you guys to kind of think about. Because again, I see a lot of so close offers on Reddit and other places, and people aren't sure if they should bite. And it's just take a look at the shard count. You know, to me, 600 Blackstones for 85 shards. You know, that would have been potentially 10 onslaughts for me. So, and I'm working on onslaughting something else that's a bit more important that I'm using right now. But this character seems really good. I mean, I've noticed him in, TA as well. I feel like he's got some longevity in a couple of different modes. Maybe not so much for defense in Guild Wars, but definitely offense. So that's something to kind of consider as well. Are you going to use the character too? And in my case, I'm slowly working him up. He's going to, get the silver in a couple of days here. So I will use the character. If you're not going to use the character, why even bother honoring him? Why even bother doing it so close? So there's things to consider. But with that being said, now let's go ahead and move on and take a look at how other people did here. So let's see. I'd gotten some progress thrown to me throughout the week by some people. I'm just going to take a look here. Okay, it starts here. Cool. I had some people send me stuff a little early. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, no, it does not look good. Let's try this window. There we go. Oh, nope, that one doesn't look good either. Wow. Okay, let's try one more. I know I should prep this in advance, but that's just not my style. There we go. That's the right one. Cool. Alright, so this is from Mike over here. And he still had a day left with his box. So, I mean, realistically, he was 2768 with the extra rewards from the final box. He ended up at Epic. And from when we did the initial analysis for him, this is where he was, at the week 1 point. He didn't really push too much, didn't really get too far, but he got to a point where he was able to still get that epic by doing the refreshes up to 250. So he's at least he hit his mark overall, because again he was at 5 and 70 and 46 here, and then he ended at 30, 33, 38. It's hard to tell here. And he had 220 tokens. He most likely got that. So that's cool. Let's take a look now and see. I don't think DD gave us any info for the first set. So he just came at us and he gave us. So this is his end info here. I mean, realistically, ooh, what is that? He's at 58? 58 of 6. I mean, he's stupidly close. He probably ended up doing the so close offer. Oh, and he's got Blackstones hoarded too, so yeah, he easily took care of that and got that done. And he wasn't really that far along. I mean, in his position, looking at his 16.5k, and he's set to get that upgrade. But whereas where Mike was at 2.7k, and he's still, interesting. Kind of interesting where people kind of land on everything here. I wonder if he had a bunch of energy stockpile. It doesn't mention here, but it's good to know. All right, next one here. Let's see what we got. Okay, here we go. Had 950 energy when the event started. disable this real quick so I can see his name. This is from Mike's B. Lynn. When the event started, 50 black steel day, every day, 4 to 5, 110 Blackstones, level twice. Haven't bought any packs during HRE, but had some energy from free gifts. 1 code, I think. I will unlock Epic with the final chest if I won't reach the milestone. I think it's doable, so I could probably get it without leveling. Yeah, I mean, you're at 36 to 70 looking at this when he sent this over yesterday, and then he shows a picture of what the chest is that he's going to get. So he's at, let's see here, 269. It was chest 21. And what the chest is going to give at 650. I mean, yeah, he was going to hit this marker here too. As long as he hit that marker to hit 33k points, and yeah, he's set. He's got that because he'll get 6 from there, and then he'll get, yeah. So he got Epic with having about 1k energy stockpiled. So it's interesting. His kind of way to avoid having to, you know, funnel any money in was just having about 1k energy in advance ready to go. Let's see here. Did he send me anything? No. Oh, here's Felix. Okay, so what's Felix looking at? Felix has, this was his final box he's looking at. So Felix had given us week 1 stuff as well. He showed us where he was week 1 in terms of where he was going to get. And then now we have his kind of progress here trying to get to Epic. So he was at 35 to 70. He's got 162 tokens. That's as close as he's got. And then he's got the final box here. Oh, he posted an update. Oh. Okay, so after everything was said and done, he needs to get 1600 to get the Epic. He doesn't have Blackstones, and I know for a fact that he's kind of like a light spender. He'll only do, like, you know, essentially the battle passes and stuff of that nature. So yeah, no, he did not hit the mark on this one. So where was he where he didn't hit the mark? He was at 5,500 with a payout of 47, and he was about, he was similar to, hold on, let's go back to the other guy. That's interesting. So he was about similar in points, but because this person prepped and had the energy ready, they were able to get the Epic done, whereas Felix here, who he didn't have any prep work, yeah, he only had a little bit of battle pass energy saved up and everything. Yeah, it's interesting because he was there, and where was he right before? He was almost to the 3,300 mark, which if he had a little more energy to spend and push into that, he would have gotten the 215. And then from the 215 with that box, that would have been 360. Yeah, he would have gotten it. Oof. Oh, that sucks. That's poor Felix. Next up we got Julio. I always do the 110 Blackstone refresh, but for this HRE I spent an extra 10.5k Blackstone and refreshes over 14 days, 750 per day. I did not spend in any HRE deal at all for extra marks, not bonus payouts nor Blackstone deals. I only snacked natural energy up to 138 cap and did daily refreshes just prior to the event start. Okay, so he tried the min-max here. I gravitated around top 150 and top 250 throughout. I ended up top 150 because I did really well in TA. So because of where he landed in terms of position, he ended up in a similar situation to me. I put 40 bucks in, and I got to where he was, and he put 0 in, and he just did TA. I kind of skipped out on TA. I just did enough to get the anniversary box done. I don't play the mode too much. Just, I don't know, not my cup of tea at times. Oh no, he got legendary. Oh. He pushed him to legendary. Holy crap. because he was here beforehand. So with the box he got, with his placement, wow, okay. Oh, no, never mind. He says here, funny thing is that there is a lag every reset and you get sometimes duplicate rewards, and this happened. Okay, so he got, this was a bug here. He didn't really get legend. I was about to say, I'm like, wow, he did really good for, he underspent me, under energied and everything. But then it went back to normal, and okay, so that was like a visual bug. I was like, huh. I should have read that part beforehand, but that's just funny. That's okay. I was about to say, I'm like, man, I'm doing something wrong here. Like, oh, huh. That's the first time I've seen that, though. Huh, it's good to know about that. Alright, let's see here. What do we got next? We got Seth next. Let's see. Okay, Seth didn't give us any info for the first part. So he was end of the event update on vacation at the moment, so I lost a good chunk of energy because I couldn't play. Last chest wouldn't have made a difference, though, obviously. I had like 3K banked up. Did the 500 refresh every day. Jesus Christ. I have only do 250. I don't even do 500. That's baller status. And if I was close to the next payout bracket, I did the 1K. Oof. That was like 3 times, I think. Got the bonus payout for both weeks, but not the BS plus points bundle. We'll make it to Epic 3. It was kind of aiming for Legendary, but the competition for the top 100 spots were fierce. So this was where he was before it ended. He was at 97. He was getting close to the 3 star, and then after he did manage to hit 3 stars, but yeah, he wasn't hitting. He wasn't going to be hitting the Legendary, and I feel like, I mean, the amount of energy and stuff you got to spend on to get the unit Legendary, that could be a conversation in itself in terms of the colossal wall to scale. Because, I mean, out of all the HREs I've done, I don't think I've ever... I think this is like the furthest I've gotten, which is Red 3. So, I mean, like one before Legendary. I think that's where I got Tangita. We'd have to go back and check. But it's just a pretty big wall to get there, which makes sense, because again, this is a brand new character. It's really strong in its own right. It shouldn't be easy to get it to Legendary status. So, but man, he pushed hard, and he got the same place as me, minus the daily payout and the position, because I ended at like 330 or something. But I wasn't trying to min-max points, to be honest. I was just doing a lot of raids, being lazy, you know, just pushing through, because, well, I've been training a lot to try and fit into some better shirts, and even today I've got like a shirt here that we got for me a while back, and it was just too small, and now I'm like, I'm able to wear this. I'm happy. I'm like, that's a weight loss achievement there, to get into some clothes you couldn't normally wear. But alright, let's see here. Let's go on to Pure Shrew next. I'm pretty sure I started the event with 1169 energy stockpiled, and I also had over 100 energy in my inbox. So that'd be what, 1269? It's an interesting number. I only brought up to the 110 Blackstones every day of the event. I was a top 500 for the first week and dropped down to 600 to 1,000 bracket and stayed there for the second week. Yeah, okay, so I only stockpiled about 5 days. I got lucky. I believe this amount of stockpiling is optimal. So yeah, it seems kind of like with the mic case, it does seem like having about 1k energy helps out a bit. I had 1k energy, and that kind of helped me to some extent. Not as much, because I mean, could I have maybe spent a little less money and did that stockpile energy and been fine? Maybe I could have saved 20 bucks. Hard to tell. But it does seem like if you do want to play for a unit that you really like, I would stockpile some energy in advance for it. But as always, I stress, be careful, because again, stuff like that can overall stunt your growth, because you're losing your natural energy. So he ended at 38k points, 866. He got his box here, and that got him to Epic 2. So he pushed to Epic 2. And from what I can see here, he didn't spend any money. He's free to play on this one. So with his prep work, he got Epic 2. Yeah, no, you can't be mad at that. He's like red two red star and free to play. Can't be mad about that. No, no, you cannot. That is a solid achievement. All right, let's move on to Kame here. Let's see. So Kame, did he originally send me over something from the first event? Okay. He sent me some screenshots, but I think they didn't make it for the first round. So let's see. Let's go down here. I know he's free to play for a fact, so he had 2 here. He had one from earlier in the day, before the event reset. He was pushing for 2-star epic. I like all the little characters and things he adds, like Metal Slug and all the other fun stuff. It's funny. Oh, that's I forget his name, but that's the fleet Mirobo from Inuyasha. I mean, he had there's even Waldo. Wow, he just puts all sorts of stuff in here. He's funny. Okay, so then he ended at he got the box. So he got that 700 box, and that would have put him. So he did get Epic Tail. He doesn't show it here, but I mean, what? That was the 700 tier. That was a 22 tier box. Because what did the 24 give? 20. Let's go look back here real quick. So yeah, he got that box. That was 35 to 36. Okay, so he ended at Epic 2 as a free to play. Did he make any mention of the energy he did? Oh wait, no. Oh, he did take the. Okay, so he did take the $10 offer for the first week. I'm scrolling up here, and he did 110 refreshes for the. Okay, so he did spend a little money. He put $10 in, and he got Epic 2. So I'm curious to see the next one we get. I'm gonna maybe. I don't know, because again, that's a lot of prep work. I mean, I could build up energy and stockpile, but maybe I will just get a silly amount of energy, and we'll see what exactly it takes, and if that actually does help me get legendary. So maybe we'll put like a budget of $40, 3,500 to 5k energy saved, something silly. And we'll see where we land on this. Because I'm curious. Because again, the only guy who actually came forward, and I have a feeling got legendary no problem, was the guy who stockpiled a ton. Just a ton of energy and basically bought every offer. So it's like, do you have to do both of those? Or is there a magic number to be able to get everything? And he did say something that makes sense. The return again on the point value for getting the additional event currency after 50k, it's like super diminishing returns. So there's a point you gotta. It's a fine line to dance. But anyway, I am very curious to see how you guys did. For anybody who did put on the first video and didn't get back to me for the second, let me know how you did. Down in the comments below. I'm curious to see if you made some progress, if you hit your goals. And again, we're still kind of trying to figure out the magic number for a legendary, and it always seems to be slightly different because again, some of these units are going to be more popular than others. Some are going to have some interesting utility that are going to make people go, man, I got to have this, or they just like the faction. They're glad, again, this is a new faction. They're happy to see it, kind of like when AdMex came and people were really happy to start getting those. But anyway, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Peace.